Ladies and gentlemen, my humble greetings to all of you. Today I would like to share a new video under the title, There are 7 important life lessons. I strongly believe that you are very much interested to watch this video and learn the important life lessons. Let me go to lessons one by one. The first important life lesson is conquer yourself. So conquer yourself in the sense you have to understand first about yourself before understanding others. Winning of the confidence of other people does not matter, but winning of yourself does matter. If you are not able to control yourself, your desires will make you blind and take you to make irrational decisions always. If you are addicted to any kind of habits which would destroy your physical and mental health, better you have to safeguard yourself. You have to come out of that addiction immediately. Otherwise, that will kill you. That will destroy your life. So you have to come out immediately from that addiction. Don't let your instincts and your desires dictate your decisions, dictate your actions. Success and failures are part of the life. Don't be afraid of failures. If you are afraid of failures, more and more number of failures will hunt you and kill you. If you are brave, if you are bold in facing the failures, naturally the success will come and kiss your feet. This is the reality. So please be brave and bold always in order to conquer yourself, in order to get high level of confidence. That is the first important lesson. The second important lesson I would like to share with you is, don't be angry on everything. Don't be angry on everybody because of every happenings which are not favorable to you. So being angry solves nothing. There are 2 kinds of life problems. One kind of life problems can be solved by ourselves. Another kind of problems, you cannot solve those problems on your own. Sometimes you may seek help of your friends or others to solve your own problems. So what happens actually, your friends or the others, those who believe that they would help you to solve your problems, that what they will do, generally they would they may not help you to solve your problem, but sometimes they may aggravate your problems. That is so happening. It is happening everywhere. And what would happen? Immediately you will be disappointed because you believe them, and therefore the other kind of problem is which cannot be solved by your own, and the people are also not helping, and you will be frustrated and you will lose your temper and you are disappointed by them, and you believe them but they didn't help you to solve your problems. So because of that frustration, you will get angry on everybody and angry on everything. So what I would suggest that Don't be angry. You take as such. Whatever happening, you take as such. Accordingly, you change your life. Accept the problem. Accordingly, you change your life, because this what do you known as this kind of problem, this kind of that will create a negative emotion. You know, negative emotion. Negative emotion won't help you. That will spoil your health. So we need not get negative emotion for a simple matter. So being angry is a negative emotion. So we should have always a positive emotion, and a negative emotion will spoil our health. So this is the second lesson I would like to share with you. So being angry solves nothing. Then third lesson is very important lesson, is you have to choose a right kind of people and to spend time with them wisely. So choosing right kind of people and spending time with them wisely most of the time. So this is the third lesson I would like to share. So identifying the right kind of people in the sense like-minded people, those who are the well-wishers of your efforts, and you have to identify them. Real friends, naturally. So you have to identify the right kind of people, and you have to build a relationship with them. You have to build a relationship very strongly. You have to maintain a very strong relationship with those people, and you have to spend time with them for a right cause. You have to work for the right cause with those friends, and naturally sharing of a common goal with those friends naturally will benefit all. So in that way, it may be a social work, or it may be good activities, rendering a service to the society. That way you can involve yourself with that friendship. And bad friendship would spoil your life, would destroy your life. And going to the parties and meeting the people in the restaurants and having an alcoholic liquors, drinks and all, and that would not help you to develop yourself, and therefore you have to choose a right kind of people. So spending time with them for a right cause. So in that way you have to identify them, and the life what we are making is only a smaller part. The other part of the life, what we are making, our life is only a small part. The other people, the well-wishers, are also actually making our life. So our life is not only made by ourselves, our life is actually made by our well-wishers. In that way we have to choose a right kind of people for getting success in our life. So really, when you choose a right kind of people, that well-wishers will take you to the highest level of your achievement. So that is the third lesson I shared now. And fourth lesson, find a right half of you. Half of you in the sense, one cannot find a perfect matching. You cannot find a perfect matching very easily. It is a very difficult one, finding a 100% matching person. Through our marriage, we are getting our other half. We are getting our other half through marriage, and naturally they are known as our better half. They should be really a better half, and husband or wife, they should be really a better half, and they must feel, and every one of us should make the other half feel loved. So being loved is different from feeling loved. When our other half is feeling loved, naturally that will fulfill the emotional requirement. So the emotional fulfillment is must for the other half of our life. So for other half of life, we have to we have to love them truly. And you know very well, falling in love is different from, entirely different from staying in love. So anybody can fall in love, but it is very difficult to stay in love for a very long period. So what I would suggest that the other half or better half is a soulmate. So with a soulmate, that love should be a bonded love, and that should be a true love and real love, and you have to love that better half lifelong, because a lifelong she is going to be your soulmate. Not only lifelong, even after the end of the lives of both, lives of either, that love will remain be the great love. So in that way, you have to keep your other half as your soulmate. This is the fourth lesson, and coming to the fifth lesson for leading a better life. Fifth lesson is get involved in politics. Why I say get involved in politics? Because politics is deciding the way of the government. The government is ruling the country or the ruling the state, so that will affect each and every citizen of this country. So in that way, politics is very important. That is determines day-to-day affairs of everybody. So when you are not involved in politics, when you don't aware of the politics, so awareness of the politics and involvement of the politics is very important. Here I am not talking about the party politics, I am talking about the politics as such. So involvement in party politics is different from having awareness and involvement in the politics as such. So I am not talking about party politics, but you must aware of, every one of you aware of the politics in general. Then only you can choose a right person as a ruler, as our representative to the government. So otherwise it is not possible. What happens actually, majority of the people are not having that awareness of the politics, and they don't involve in politics, and they simply exercise their voting once in 5 years. That's all. That is their politics. But what happens actually, the less informed persons or less educated persons or uneducated persons are having the equal value, that voting value is equal value of the highly educated people and highly informed people. So both are treated equally in politics. But when educated people and highly informed people are keeping themselves away from the politics, naturally the politics will be taken over by the less informed and uneducated people. That will ruin the country, that will spoil the country. So we should not allow them. So we have to take upper hand. All the educated people and highly informed people should take upper hand in order to involve in politics and create an awareness among the less informed people about the politics. Then only we can set right the political system. Then only we can be safe under that particular government, under the particular politics. Otherwise, we would have to spoil ourselves. So there are many examples in the entire world. Because of the lack of awareness of the politics of the people, and they are the sufferers in many countries. We can give many examples. Okay, so this is the fifth lesson. And sixth one, and that is also very important one. That so we want to be a leader, we want to be a master, but we forget. So first we must learn how to be a servant. So once, if you are not in a position to how to be a servant, you cannot become a master. If at all you want to be a great teacher, you have to be a great student first. When you are a great student, naturally you can become a great teacher. When you are a great follower, and you can become a great master. So when you want to become a leader, you must know how to follow as a follower. What are the things to be followed, and how to follow the leadership. In that way you have to know. So you have to learn, better to learn a follower than a master. And you have to be polite, you have to be humble, you have to be honest, you have to be a performer, you have to be fulfilling the obligations. In that way you can get success. So in all ways you have to be a humble person to begin with. you must be a servant to become a master, right? So better learn to be a follower than a master, and then you can become a master, and you will play a very great role as a master because you know everything. And that is the sixth lesson. And seventh lesson and final lesson is be content with a little. You must try to be content with a little, and you must be always happy with a little, needs. And you must have your life as a contented life. Contented life would lead you a happy life. So don't think that only richness is giving happiness to the people. No, that is wrong. Richness will never give you happiness. So having more money will never give you happiness. Living in a bigger house will never give you happiness. And so content life, and we must be very thankful for the life what we are enjoying. So we should avoid buying up the unwanted stuff, unwanted articles, unwanted things. We have to buy only the things what actually needed. So we should not buy certain things or certain assets what the others are owning. Because your neighbors are owning, you cannot buy the same things. You must think twice or thrice whether those things are actually needed for me or not. In that way, or needed for you or not. In that way, you have to analyze. It should not be an emotional buying. It should be a rational buying. So the contented life will definitely give you happiness, and you should not compare yourself with the people, those who are in the top. You have to compare yourself with the people, those who are in the under level. I mean that people, those who are in the below poverty line, people, those who are living below standard than your lifestyle, your living standard, and people, those who are living in starvation. You just compare themselves and get a satisfaction, get a happiness that you are blessed with content life, you are blessed with comfortable life, you are very safe. But the people are, millions of people are sufferers. In that way, you have to compare, and you have to thank God for keeping you in a comfortable position. In that way, you must always think that being a content life, to be a content life, you will enjoy, you will get the real happiness, and you will be knowing that only at the older age, when you are getting older, you will realize that the happiness not is lying in how much money you have. Happiness is not actually lying in how much, how many degrees you have. How many degrees, educational degrees you have. And really, the happiness is not there when you are living in a big house or dream house or fancy cars or owning the fancy cars. No, these are all will not give you happiness. But the family where you are living, the family will give you happiness. So the family life will give you happiness. When all your family members are loving you, that will give you happiness. Money will not give you happiness. Your grandchildren, your children, your parents, when you are living with your family and all are affectionate with you, loving you, naturally you will get happiness. So love only will give you real happiness and not anything else. So in that way, these are all the 7 important life lessons. If we learn those important lessons and we march on in those line very strictly, naturally, we would get a very, very great life in future. Thank you very much. This is Markandayan signing out. Till we meet again through another video. Thank you.